Motörhead in their full flow. Girlschool did, and by strapping themselves to that particular runaway train, they helped pave the way for women not just in rock and metal, but every alternative genre. They were and are musical pioneers. And now in 2025, as they gallop towards their 50th year, Girlschool are here at Rebellion to do what they do best. Let's play some loud rock metal music. They take to the Opera House stage at 9 tonight, but before they do, they kindly agreed to join us here on the literary stage. It's my pleasure to introduce Kim, Jax, Liv and Denise, Rebellion. Please welcome Girlschool.
This is a bit weird.
Hello. So, welcome to Rebellion.
Thank you.
Jax, you've been here before.
One year, sometimes, yeah.
And who did you play with last time?
Maybe Santeria last time.
And before that?
Santeria.
And before that?
Blitzkrieg.
The band released WT, What the 45, back in 2023.
Yeah.
We've got a big anniversary coming up. Any more new music for that anniversary? What are the plans going forward?
We're writing a new album. Actually, we just signed for 2 new albums. We're gonna have to get a riddle on Girl. It took us about 8 years to do the last one.
We still got a couple of years.
We've got 2 years.
What?
Well, we died.
Joke! I'm joking. I'm going to touch wood. Don't touch wood. It was a good joke, I thought.
Denise Johnson.
So, 2 albums, if you're still here.
Yeah.
And any plans for big tours for the 50th? Are we working up to something special? Can you give us any insight?
I said probably, wouldn't you?
Yeah, probably.
We've got to promote it, haven't we?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be lovely to celebrate 50 years, probably with some old members, you know, get back together again with,
Like us, old.
Right, yeah. Do you know what she said yesterday on stage? We played a gig at Firebolt, and I said, yeah, I'm a girl of the 70s. And she said, yeah, you are, aren't you? Because obviously,
Thank God I can run fast.
let's get a bit close to home, you know, in our age, basically.
And if we're talking about age, obviously we would take you out of that equation. So, how have you found it being the new girl in Girlschool?
John loves every minute of it. Yeah, it's fucking great.
This woman here is one of the best bass players ever. Brilliant. Rock on. No pressure whatsoever to have her. But the point is, she's very annoying because she wasn't even born when we had our first album. Yeah, bitch.
I'll be stage down.
And we need to go, we're going to go back to the start, obviously, and way back to sort of 1980. So I just wanted to ask, not you, Liv, so much, but the other 3, how the music industry you think has changed since 1980? Has it been for the better or for the worse?
Well,
Yeah, well, I think it's best of both worlds. The industry's changed considerably, hasn't it?
I don't, sorry to interrupt. I think we were so lucky, Denise and I, to actually have our career when we did.
Yeah, sure.
Because early 80s and the 80s were just the best times ever.
Yeah.
You know, you had proper record companies, you had proper tours, you had proper nurturing of the bands.
Yeah, development deals.
And the things that. But having said that, of course, we're so lucky now because we're a record company called Silver Lining, who actually are sort of the same as that.
Yeah.
And so it's great for us, you know. But yeah,
So best of both
I actually don't. I feel a bit sorry for bands these days because it's bloody difficult, you know.
Yeah. Unless you're a social media genius, I think you've got to
totally
be.
changed.
You don't know about marketing and everything these days. I think young bands. I kind of feel sorry for them because really, I've seen some talented bands out there, and they're never going to get anywhere because they're not any good at social media.
Yeah, I think also with social media, you know, if you get 250,000 hits on YouTube, that doesn't replace the clutch on the van.
10 quid in your hand between the four of you. If you've got a manager, 5 of you.
I was saying that when we obviously had that single with Motörhead, Please Don't Touch, we only went to number 5 in the charts. We sold 250,000. 250,000, and we only went to number 5. And I think we got beat by Shut Up in Your Face. So God knows, I mean, they sold. But, you know, nowadays, you have to only sell, I don't know, 10,000 to get to... anyway, it's completely different.
Well, I have this I've got a comparison here. So the biggest selling single of 2024 was Noah Kahan's 6th Season, which was number 1, and it sold 35,000 copies. But it was streamed 233 million times. Whereas Please Don't Touch has been streamed 4 million times.
I keep telling you, pull that Spotify down.
So we'll talk about Lemmy quickly as well. But can I get your reaction, obviously, to Ozzy passing and another chapter has closed and such an important part of British music, not just metal and rock, but just an important part. So obviously you would have been in and around that scene. Can I get a reaction?
I'll go first quickly. One of the first bands I ever saw live at Hammersmith Odeon was Black Sabbath with Ozzy and Deep Purple on the Burn tour. They were the first, gigs that I saw there. And of course we played with Black Sabbath many, many times after that. Little did I know when I was there at 16-year-old, which is, because we played with Black Sabbath many, many incarnations, but never with Ozzy. That's the weirdest thing. But yeah. But obviously he meant a lot to us. I mean, it was the first band that we played. So you just it just especially even Liv, like the young one
It
here.
was devastating when he passed. Yeah, growing up with him and his music playing in my household since a kid, I felt like a family member almost. So yeah, devastated.
I must say, I have a funny story. We were, I think it was Donington, and it was ACDC and Ozzy, whatever. And my mum was there, my mum was there, and she was collecting for a charity. And she got 20 quid off him. And I was like, she came out, and I was so embarrassed, I just ran away. That was my only sort of encounter with him, going, oh, thank you. But lovely bloke, and brilliant.
20 quid, no.
That was a long time ago.
And so let's talk about Lemmy quickly, and then we'll get back onto other things. But again, this is to all of you: how significant and important were both Lemmy and Motörhead to Girlschool? Can you equate that to anything?
Well, the weirdest thing is that I told this story to somebody the other day, and they couldn't believe it. What happened was Kelly, believe it or not, we'd actually been together as a band for like a couple of years before we'd even encountered Motörhead,
Yeah.
We were literally driving in the back of a Bedford van, which we stole off my mum and dad, and used to just travel anywhere, playing anywhere. So we were a band in our own right. And then Kelly used to come to live with me, mum and dad, because she lived bloody, North London, that bloody North London. We were South Londoners. Anyway, and basically my mum knew a guy that worked at a record company. He used to keep getting me out records, the rest of it. Then one day she came in and she goes, oh yeah, he said, I'll give this to give to you, you might be interested. And it was Motörhead's first 10-inch single, just Motörhead, the black and white thing with the cover, and never heard of them obviously. I mean, Kelly going, And this is our days when you put the record on the turntable, you know. We saw the photo at the back, we went, oh my God, look at them, oh God, they look a bit scary, you know. And we put the single, the big 10-inch thing on, and this racket came out, and we went, oh my God, because we were into the Sex Pistols and Damned, and
We thought it was brilliant.
yeah,
Absolutely brilliant.
yeah, well, no, we didn't at that point. We didn't know what to think, you know. But we were into, of course, really well. So we were into all this sort of rock and punk and blah, blah, blah. And then the weirdest thing is, we then, literally, within 3 weeks, because we just had a single Take It All Way out, we got a phone call saying, oh, a guy called Lemmy from a band called Motörhead has just heard your single, and he'd like to come and meet you.
That's right.
Because he said, you know, I want to ask you to come on tour with them. And we just go, what? How weird is that? You know, we literally just got this single out of nowhere, and then we got the phone call. Next thing we know, we're on bloody tour with them. So it was just very, very odd, you know.
Yeah.
It's sort of like, I hate to say it, it's sort of fake-ish, whatever, you know. But yeah, and of course we got on like House on Fire.
Literally. They were mad. They were mad.
Well, I'm glad to say I can't even like relate any of the stories, but I think Lemmy's done it in his book. You know, so, yeah.
Okay, so Motörhead on tour, first proper tour.
Yeah.
I've seen some pictures, it was just a normal sort of like school coach, it seemed, that you
Yes!
were all on. It wasn't a Starliner with the boats and
It
all
was
that
just
stuff.
like a little,
Family.
no,
House.
you know, like a minibus. Minibus.
I'm having a few problems hearing because, you know, I'm the drummer. I don't think this is, so there you go, sorry.
No, it was a minibus. And so we were all like, we didn't know them really, obviously. We were all just stuck in this minibus together. And we were thinking, this is the weirdest thing.
Who was the nicest?
They're all lovely. They're all lovely.
And did you ever get to perform Please Don't Touch live on stage? We know we did it on top of the pops and stuff like that.
Twice.
We've done it twice.
Where was that?
Hammersmith.
Yeah, the first one was Brixton.
Brixton Academy were the
Yeah,
first one.
yeah.
That was, yeah.
I never forget that because I said, oh, we've now got a very special guest coming on to do a song we've never played before live. And he came on.
We know he is.
And people just went, no.
It was so loud when his bass died, messed him up. It was trouble. So loud.
Yeah, second time was Hamilton, so that was
Brilliant, wasn't it?
And obviously 1980 was a very different time. And I know the irony of a man asking you this, but especially for female performers, and not just in the metal scene, but every genre seemed to be rife with a certain way of marketing bands. How did you find that? Were you pushed into that corner, or was the coalition with Motörhead, did that give you a sort of free pass from that?
Well, that's a difficult question, really. I don't know how to answer that, really. We just carried on doing what we wanted to do, really. So, simple as that, you know. People get, we were so stubborn and so stupid at sometimes as well, you know.
But we were young, really young. Yeah. You're stupid when you're young, you know what I mean?
Like anything.
But, yeah.
Okay, so how do you think, has there been significant changes for female performers in the music industry now in 2025?
Well, yeah,
They're the young ones.
Changes in what way?
Attitudes?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely more women on stage, especially in metal. It's more visible now, and I think they are, you know, they're not sexualized in some ways that they were in the past in the industry. And yeah, there's more space now for women to play heavy music for sure. Yeah.
And do you find that, is it, obviously Girlschool are very popular in Europe as well, so Germany, I take it, is a big market for Girlschool.
Yeah.
And what was the reaction when you go over there now compared to when you went over there the first time? Are they still as rabid for you?
But I think it's always been like that. And we once got played, we were signed to Wacken Records once, and we were told we're playing at 12 o'clock at Wacken. We're like, oh, we're playing at 12 o'clock, and we're signed to you, we're getting really annoyed. We thought there was going to be nobody there. Because you think, 94, big band on. And we turned up on 12 o'clock and stayed here, we're absolutely rammed, and I couldn't work out if we just stayed there from 94. But they were just Germans love it, don't they? I mean, it's always crazy out there. They just love live music.
We were there 2 weeks ago and they went nuts.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we
For
were
it.
in Berlin. Oh yeah.
And fan-wise, how did, because being of a certain age, most metal and rock bands, it was a very heavy, male-orientated crowd. How did they take to Girlschool? And there must have been heckles and horrible things like that. How did you deal
Well, it
with
used to
that?
be all the get your tits out. You know.
Yeah, we had
We're very like
well,
It's a go, get
You
your,
first.
you know, get them off, you know, yourself. We're not interested. You know. God, we're going to see yours.
Not so much
you know.
now, is it really? It's not.
Yeah, but it doesn't happen anymore, obviously. So, yeah.
Taken away by the PC groups now.
You know, no, it didn't really happen that much since we were with Motörhead and we got sort of like accepted as being who we were. We really didn't get it that much. And so yeah, I can't really say that we had sexism from.
I don't think we did, because I don't
From other bands we toured with, but they sort of quit, you know, they sort of, you know, treated us like one of the guys, because we were, you know, we were tomboys sort of thing, so we were just, yeah, we just, yeah.
I think that comes through with Emmy's history as well, because if you go back into bands like Twisted Sister, who came over here dressed in makeup, he went
What
out.
was that all about?
He went out and introduced them, and he gave them that opportunity, and he did pretty much the same sort of thing with you. He said, I think you're good enough, just get out there and get on.
Yeah, exactly.
And is the Girlschool Barmy Army still a thing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Barmy Army.
Barmy Army.
Yeah, Jackie wrote a song about them on our last album.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Little tribute to the army armies, yeah, little tribute to them.
And talking, we have to talk about not so much money, but what's the best way to support Girlschool? Where's the best place to get your merch? Where's the best place to get your
Well, that's the
records
merch
from?
there. I've got some records for sale from that, I think. To vinyl.
Well, yeah. Well, exactly. Buying the actual product
Yeah.
as opposed to streaming for any band, you know. And that's what
T-shirts, obviously, are always a good
sort of
thing.
product,
Yeah.
physical product.
Physical product.
Yeah.
So
That's what
merch.
it seems like.
Yeah. Exactly.
And you headlined Reading Festival in 1981.
The what?
Was it Reading Festival in 1981?
Oh yes.
So I've got two questions. Can you tell me who the other two headliners were?
Sorry.
The other two headliners.
Are you kidding? I don't know what years ago.
One was Given.
Oh yeah. Okay.
We
Yeah.
were. We
Yes,
were
you said two Nigel was on there.
And the other headliner was the King.
And
Was who? The Kings.
Kings.
Oh God. Yeah. What weird lineup that was. Yeah. Fantastic.
And tell me, how different are festivals then? We would do this all night. How different are festivals now to when they were? Reading Festival in
We're a pain in the
1980.
arse now.
It's so big, some of them now. I mean, I remember going to Reading in 1980 and 81, it's like 17,000 people, and now it's hundreds of thousands of people. It's an effort to get from stage to stage. You think, I'm sitting here and watching whoever's on.
And now you have to get in this bit and then that bit, and you've got your wristbands and this bit and that bit, and then you've got like, you know.
We've been stopped about 10 times trying to get into
So if you
it.
haven't got the right wristband, and that boy, the funny thing is, she wasn't allowed in. She had to come on stage in like a minute, you know, in like half an hour. Oh, you can't come in, you know.
So, girls, we know that you've got to rush off because
Yeah.
you're going on stage, but before we finish, we've got a couple more
Yeah, we're
questions.
going on like this.
What do the next 12 months hold in store for Girlschool? What's
You
your
know.
year looking like?
New album, that's the first thing. And then you've got
I think perhaps we might try and take it a bit easy next year and just concentrate on the album
Yeah.
instead of keep touring all the time. You know, ready for the big one. Oh God!
People do realise we say this every year,
Yeah.
and then offers come and go, oh yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah,
And off we go again.
I mean, look, you know, we've already got stuff coming in for next year.
Yeah.
So it's,
Yeah.
you have to keep going, I suppose.
Touring a little bit
Yeah,
as well.
we keep saying, oh God, you know, how much longer can we keep going? And then we go, well, we've got to make it to 50. 50? I mean, me and her have already been together 50 years. So that'll be 53 years.
By the time 50 comes, yeah.
I've known them 30 years. I've known them 30 years. It's like half my life. Really, really looking at it.
How long we known you now?
1 year.
Feels like a lifetime.
Yeah, she said that.
No, I love it.
So we're going to finish with just some quick fire questions, and we'll go from this end on each one, right? So they're nice and easy, nothing hard. First one, Led Zeppelin or Deep Purple?
Deep Purple.
What?
Deep Purple.
Deep Purple and AC/DC.
Led Zeppelin.
I said Deep Purple, sorry, I told you I can't hear what you're saying. I can't hear what you're saying.
You can hear the trouble we have in the van.
Monsters of Rock, Donington or the Reading Festival?
Or what?
Oh, that's good. Ready. Go ready.
Donington.
Donington.
Well, what, you talking about old or new?
Well, we said Donington and then Monsters of Rock, so let's go back.
Back
to
to
both.
Donington then.
It's ready Leeds, so I have to say that.
Yes.
Stage or studio?
Stage or what?
Studio.
What? Stage or oh, sorry, I can't
Stage.
yeah.
I love both, but stage.
Studio for me.
Stage.
Really? Yeah.
Stage. Bloody hate the studio.
No.
She just sunbathed us, Kimberly.
Bomber or Ace of Spades?
Bomber.
Oh, bye.
It's only brilliant, but it's bloody
Yeah.
Denim or leather?
Denim.
Saxon.
No idea.
I'm going to say Saxon.
Welcome to our world.
Okay. Marquee Club or Hammersmith Odeon?
Marky.
The old.
I always didn't get to the
Never gets to be a straight standalone was really good.
That's a really, really tough one, because the Marquee was brilliant, probably the best way to go and see a band at a certain level. But then, of course, the Hammy Odeon is just
Fantastic.
fantastic.
Yeah. The original.
Oh, pardon me.
Emergency or Please Don't Touch?
Emergency.
Emergency.
No, I don't say you couldn't be saying
Last couple, Europe or America?
Europe.
Black Sabbath or Motörhead?
Motörhead.
We can't ask that.
And Sabbath. I love them both.
Yeah, ask that.
It's too difficult, these questions. Far too difficult.
Okay, final one, nice and simple. Punk or heavy metal?
I like both. I'm torn. I know one got better to
Heavy metal.
You know, the best rock album ever was Nevermind the Bollocks, basically.
Exactly.
So, yeah, and the Damned, I absolutely love the Damned. So it's like, that's another difficult one. But that's the hardest one. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do just one more then, so just mainly for you really for that. New Rose or Anarchy in the UK?
Oh my God, I'm going to say New Rose. I love Anarchy, but New Rose. I love Rose.
Whatever. Sorry.
New Rose is tremendous. It's a great song.
New Rose.
Sorry, but what the fuck is New Rose? Oh, right.
I have to do this on stage.
Oh, yeah, okay. I can't hear it. First of all, I can't remember shit, so sorry.
This goes well for 9 o'clock. Good luck tonight.
So 9 o'clock in the Opera House, hopefully.
I'll remember to turn up.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we please have a massive round of applause for the wonderful Girlschool?